Okay, let's solve these two equations. If we follow the steps in your notes, the first thing we do is clear fractions, but there's no fractions in this first equation. So now let's go to step 2. We want to distribute parentheses. So if we distribute the 5 through the parentheses, 5 times 2x is 10x, and 5 times 3 gives us a minus 15 there. And then we still have that 4 hanging out. On the right side, let's distribute the parentheses. 2 times 3x is 6x, and 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Now, our next step is to add like terms. We can add the negative 15 to the 4. So if we do that, negative 15 and 4 is negative 11. All right, now we need to get our variables together on one side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 6x over to the left. To do that, I'll subtract 6x, but of course, I have to do it from both sides. 10x minus 6x is 4x. I still have the minus 11. And on the right, the 6x's cancel, and we have a minus 2. Now, I want to move this negative 11 that's still over here with my x. To get rid of a negative 11, we'll add a positive 11. That will give me 4x on the left, and the negative 11 and the positive 11 will cancel, and negative 2 and positive 11 is 9. And then our last step, to get rid of the 4 that's still with our x, let's divide it out, and we get x is 9/4. All right, now in our second equation, first thing we want to do is clear fractions. Now to clear fractions, we look at all of our denominators. We have a 5, a 2, and a 3. The common denominator for 5, 2, and 3 is 30. We're going to multiply every single fraction by 30. So I'm going to multiply this first fraction on the left by 30 over 1. I'm going to multiply this second fraction on the right by 30 over 1, and I'm going to multiply this third fraction by 30 over 1. Now on the left, I get 60 times x plus 1, and on the bottom, 1 times 5 is 5. On the right, I get 30 over 2 and 60x over 3. Now notice every single one of these fractions we can now reduce. The 60 over the 5 reduces to 12. And I still have my x plus 1 in parentheses. The 30 over 2 reduces to 15. And the 60 over 3 reduces to 20x. Now, our problem looks a lot like the problem we just did. Let's distribute parentheses. 12 times x is 12x. 12 times 1 is 12. Add like terms, but we really don't have any like terms on the left or any like terms on the right. So let's get our x's together. I will subtract my 20x to get it to the left. Since it's a positive 20, I've got to subtract it. 12x minus 20x is minus 8x. Now I want to get my 12 over to the right side, so I'll subtract 12. On the left, the 12s will cancel, so I'll have negative 8x, and 15 minus 12 is 3. And then last step, to get rid of the negative 8 in front of x, let's divide it out. And finally, my solution is x equals negative 3